Well, welcome back to Off-Grid Al. We're going to start a new week. It's a nice day. It sprinkled last night, so I thought I'd burn up some of my bark sitting behind me here. Trying to get rid of that because I got to clean up this area. This one's close to done. It's really a dry one that I cut a few years ago, probably 3 years ago. You can see I got a cooking station set up here. I've got my tripod too, so I can put a pot on there and cook some stew out here later. So this is a pine tree I cut down a long time ago. I was actually going to use it on the cabin build that's going to be up here. But because I need at least 18.5 footers, I think this thing's well longer than that. Let's see how long it is. I have to cut a few more limbs so you can see the size of these limbs is like a little tree itself. It's here over 26 feet. So I determined if I cut this into an 18-foot log here, big end, that'll get me my deck boards, probably all of them. If I do an 8-foot 4 section from here, that'll cover the span that I need it to cover. And I only need 7'2" approximately boards out of this. So I have more than enough length for that too. I just needed 17'8". I made that longer than I wanted to, unfortunately, by 2 inches. I would have liked to have extra besides, I mean, I have an overall of 2 inches to work with, but I'm gonna have to square off each end when it's done. But an inch should give me enough room to fiddle it with it. It's just that if I get any cracks, I can't cut the cracks out. But I need only 9 boards. This should give me way more than 9. I'm going to cut as many as I need out of it, plus some. And if there's a beam left, I'll save it in case I need more. For now, we got to get under this with the forks because I'm going to need let me take a look here. Yeah, I'm going to have to lift the end. I should have put the chain on it. But I need to lift the end to get the chain on it. That should lift it up. So what I'm going to do is, you can barely see it, but the blade is right here. I'm going to center it to the pith. This is an easy way to do it compared to what I've done in the past. But still, I can eye it up pretty close. Yeah, it's about dead even with the center of this log. Then I'll check my height at this end. And a red line right here. It puts me at just about 8.5. Doesn't line up with anything exactly, but we are almost touching it. So that's close enough to tell where it's at. I do need to grease this thing. That looks like a 1/2 inch. So I went and reversed the turn 6 times to loosen the blade. Get this slightly tightened and rotate these wheels. Six. That's 6 turns. We're good. You okay, Cooper? Uh-huh. You okay? This thing hit you in the butt? You're okay, little man. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to hit ya. So I sharpened 2 of my blades. I probably got about 5 or 6 more of them I want to do. I've got to get the boards cut today. So we're going to go ahead and start cutting with one of the sharpened blades that I already installed. Don't go through that, Sage. Now keep this one here. I'm going to go ahead and trim it down. And the one on the... Really, I need to trim them. These 3 down. Those ones are good. These guys are fine. I'll leave them up here. Try to stack them on the whole deck here. The whole length. I'll get this beam off. But if I do that, they can just sit up here and air dry. Because they're... This is one of my crabapple trees for the wildlife here. You can see it's a bit taller. I'm worried that's going to start losing its leaves. It's already been sort of bitten. This leaf's been bitten off. But so I made these stakes. I'm going to, just to avoid spending money, I'm going to use chicken wire here. Getting water's been a daily thing with the plants. I gotta water them at least twice a day. Okay, so I'm squaring off for the deck here. So basically all I did was I took 3 tape measures and I took a plumb bob, figured out about where the center of the posts are on both sides of the building. Then I came out 8 foot, put a nail in there, dropped another nail over here, and I shifted it a couple times. I was probably a good 8 inches off of square. So now we're at 246.5 on both nails. They're both 8 foot out. So I ran the 3rd tape measure and double checked both sides, and we're right on the money. So I am going to run another post off this one, but I'll wait till I get these corner ones done. And then what I'm going to be doing is using brackets on the deck to do it. So I'll be running a 2x8 up against this, and that's just going to be one more added piece is all. But the reason for that is I want to have a slight step up, so it'll probably be just below. It'll just take up this span right here. Stuff. I'm going to leave my nails in place. Those will kind of help give me a guide. Kind of off camera was I just took this plumb bob to the nail and lined up onto the nail. I moved the line over this way about a 1/2 inch. So this should be pretty much on center with the post. That means this line, I'll be putting the post in line with this. Let's get the other side taken care of. I ran this line here. Let's make sure it's right over the nail. I'll use a plumb bob, and then I'll mark it accordingly. Okay, I think right there will do. Double check it, but good enough. Okay, we're on the money there. Right on the money. I made quick work of that. Nice, perfect board. Now I'm heading over to Kevin's. We'll go ahead and get those boards done. I need this, okay? You're fine, Sage. You can stay there. Took your chin rest, didn't I? Floor is surfaced. I just need to cut these ends, chalk line them, cut them off. Get on that deck. Then come back and start building walls. I have probably enough wood to do maybe one end wall. I'll probably start with this one right here with the door and a window in it, because it'll be the lightest. And then I'll come along and I may string up a rope or a cable so I can do like I did on this one for the walls. And for these end walls and things, they're going to be a bit heavier. I might stretch. That's why I'm leaving these trees here too. Although I'm going to de-limb them on up, which is before I start building the walls. I got to do that first. De-limb them up. Then I'll see if I can get high enough with the cable that I can mostly get the walls all the way up. And then I'll just have to manhandle them the rest of the way. Hook a harness on Sage and Cooper and have them heave ho with a pulley. There we go. Sound like a good idea? Oh, you're looking at me like, no. Okay, fine. Anyways, I've got to get this deck covered because it may rain. We'll see. So I'm going to get this thing covered. I got to go grab a tarp and figure out how I'm going to weight it down. It's windy out. Okay, thank you for watching, and we'll see what we can do tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. So I'll do what I can tomorrow, and then I'll be producing my video tomorrow night for Friday morning. Well, good morning. This is Thursday morning. I'm going to go ahead and coat these. They've cooled off overnight. There's no more heat from them. I'll hit the tops after I've cut them, just to help protect them when I put the wood down, because I'm not putting any kind of barrier down first, so water will get down on top of these through the boards. After this soaks, we'll get to working on that. I think I'll pull some of my boards down, 2x8s. I'm going to cut them up even so they're nice and even, and make sure I have the right lengths for what I need going across. And that means 18 foot 6 inches is what it's going to be, unless I make it a little bit narrower. It's possible I'll make it a touch narrower, but I don't know. All right, let's go up and take a look at the wood, see what's warped and what isn't that I can use. These two stacks are my big ones. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12 2x8s here, it looks like. The rest are 2x6. I mean, I want a minimum of 18 foot 3. So pull this out and we'll measure it out here. Oh, 18 foot 8. Nice. I gotta pack them all down one at a time. Yeah, they're gonna be all okay. I got. All right, this is a barbecued sriracha burger today. I just thought that would be kind of a nice treat. And I'm using my Traeger, which I love. I just ended up getting some pellets that they were on sale. So first time this year getting to use my Traeger. You can see they're pretty close on this end, but the other end's way off. So we'll just come down a little bit. See what we got there. That should get them pretty even. It's below all of them just by a smidget. So I got to take it slow because it'll be less than 7. I don't want to be less than 6.5 if I can help myself. I'm getting better at sharpening my blades. Not perfect, but certainly better, to where I'm getting some good straight cuts out of them for a little while. Not nearly as long as when they're new. So it extends the life. It's not perfect when you get a sharpener. At least the Frontier sharpener I bought, you know, maybe it's, you know, it's their cheaper model at Norwood, but not a whole lot cheaper either. But, you know, they've come out with a new model of Norwood one that I would have loved to have tried out, but I don't have the money to buy one, so that's not going to happen. Not nearly as good looking as Kevin's stuff. I guess it's time to feed the dogs. They're both hovering here. Right, Cooper? Are you hungry? Cooper's hungry, yeah. Alright, I'll go get you some chow before I eat. Well, I didn't get as far as I wanted, but I ended up talking to a friend on the phone for a while after lunch, and this stuff's ready to roll to build the deck. So how about we start that next week? We'll get the deck done next week and bring a log down, surface the deck after I milled the wood. Later on, while I'm building walls, I'll stop at some point. I'll make some stairs up to this deck because I'd like to get that done as quick as possible too. But my goal is to get the walls done as much as I can before the end of the month, or completely done if I can. But I got to mill wood too, so keep in mind that all takes time. Something's breathing down my neck. Oh, you breathing down my neck, aren't you? Okay, anyhow, we'll go ahead and get as much done next week as we can too. And I think I have enough house wrap underneath my trailer over here, protected from the elements, that I can use on the walls here. Roofing material, I have a little bit of the underlayment for the roof, so I'll be able to maybe put some of that on. I'll have to buy more. I want to thank my new viewers and my old viewers for sticking around with me. I appreciate it. You are helping me out to achieve all of this. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next week. Thanks again. See you next week. Bye.